Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. This is, as always, Mike from Team Brothership, and this is episode 5 of my Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Oh, look at that. It's the Alucard mail. So we've got just about every single, not the Alucard mail, the Alucard mail, which is, as I had said in an earlier episode, now actually not as strong as the walk armor. It does have some really nice elemental resistance, so I'm not going to equip it right now, but I might end up using it later. Okay. So yeah, so this is episode 5. I'm sorry, 6. You may be able to tell I'm a little distracted these days. Yeah, this is episode 6. And we are hopefully going to finish the game today. I went back a few minutes before starting. I went back and I filled in all of the little gaps and things that I'd missed in the map. So we should be good to go. We've got three bosses and then the final boss that we got to finish off today. I think that should be very... Whoops. Oh, these weirdos. So these guys, like, split in half among the more grotesque enemies in the game. Oh, he's pissed. If you hit the legs first, I'll show you when there's one that's... Yeah, they turn into these floating torsos that'll fly around and harangue you. So, we're going to do it. We're going to finish the game today. We've got a couple little areas to poke through. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm actually going to come back and do this in a minute. Otherwise, I'm going to be repeating myself. Because we're going to loop back into... We've got to finish off the boss here, and then we're going to loop back into the chapel to get the chapel boss, too. So we've got 2 pieces... Oh, and I've got a cat that's going to mess up my recording. Get out of here, buddy. We've got... Whoops, and a boss. I just gave him some treats, so I was hopeful that he would go away for a little bit, but that is not the case. Here, come sit here. Nope, he wants to cause trouble. So be it. Recorded almost 20 Let's Plays so far, and this is the first time he's acted up, so I guess these things happen. He's starting to catch on to the fact that when the microphone comes out and the computer goes on the table, I'm sitting still for a while so he can bug me. All right, here's our next boss. It's the mermaid. Oh, the mummy. You don't want to touch the poison mist. You want to get to the other side of that. Whoa. Hold on a second. Patrick. Yep, got poisoned because the cat stepped on the recording. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up, but I guess we'll see. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring the This one. Is it this one or this one? We'll find out. I'll bring the fairy back. Please unpoison me. Thank you. Yeah, this guy's a joke. Except when you're getting swarmed by cats. Probably a lot of the original Castlevania bosses are pretty wimpy in this game, but he is among the weakest. And we got the Rib of Vlad, which is a Constitution bonus, so we get a little bit of a boost to our hit points and health. So that just leaves one left. You gotta get Medusa still. Oh, wait a minute. I thought there was another door there for some reason. Having one of those days. This is what happens when I record in the morning instead of the afternoon when I've been awake and alert for a little while. But yeah, I was talking to Paul the other day, and I want to make sure I can get this done quickly so he can start his Blasphemous Let's Play. He's already recorded a few episodes, and I've been helping him edit those, so I want to start getting those posted soon. Oops. yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to finish this and move on to something else. The Final Fantasy Let's Play is kind of winding down, too. I know from all of your perspective, there's still quite a bit to go. I recorded a few episodes ahead, so we're in-game, we're pretty close to the end. Oh, God. Cat. Stop ruining my Let's Play. I have, Paul has a really nice setup at his house where he's got everything all, like, good to go all the time. I have this real, I'm kind of a messy guy. I have this real, slap together kind of setup that I use for my recording, just in my living room. So, it's very easy for, pet intruders to cause mayhem. That's kind of what they like to do, you know? Oops, I don't want that. Oops, that guy. Now he's grumpy. He's going off to his little hidey hole. There we go. Sorry, buddy. I'll make it up to you later. Just don't want that guy, I suppose I didn't have to go back and get him, but I don't really want him, coming up behind me and blasting me with fire. Alright, so we're going back into the chapel. This should also be a pretty quick win. Except this place is all full of imps. And also full of these guys, but they're not nearly the problem that the imps are. Imps are dropping a lot of stuff. They're trying to make me hate them slightly less. They are unsuccessful. They're still all going to get killed by me. And we're going to have to... This is the last imp spot in the game, and we're going to have to go back through here a second time anyways, because there are 2 little interconnected rooms that we have to fill in, so our map is complete. That's one. More luck potions, which I will not be using. Ooh, dropped a kingstone. I guess I could use the luck potions. You know, that probably, in retrospect, way back in the day when I decided that I was going to get every item in the entire game, I probably should have used the luck potions to help with my farming efforts, and I don't think I did. Because I'm an idiot. He dropped magic missile. Time to go fight the darkness. You have to... So with the imps, you're probably noticing they duck away if you swing at them. So you have to wait till they're like almost on top of you before you swing. Otherwise, they'll just dodge it. That does nothing. I wonder why the axe does nothing against him. Just making sure I'm getting the map as I'm going along. I guess I can take the demon back out too. All right, I think that was it for the imps. Thank God. Not it for the cat though. He's still fussing around. I have 2 cats. One of them tends to keep their distance when I record, though. Oops. I think that's the old spike corridor. So we're going to need our spike breaker armor again. And it is the last piece of Alucard gear at the end of this hallway, if I'm remembering correctly. Did I? Guess not. Should be the cloak. The Alucard Cloak, or the Dracula Cloak. What is it called? Twilight Cloak. Moderate boost. But it looks pretty sleek. Looks very vampire-y. Hope you all appreciate that I did not take that as an excuse to make a joke about the film Twilight. So long. Just gonna grab this again because I'm here. Yeah, they definitely... I'll be honest, I don't remember off the top of my head what company ported this, but they definitely... So I think I mentioned it way back at the beginning, but I'm playing this on the PS4. They definitely didn't quite nail all of the like effects and transparencies in this, which, whatever. I'm not super picky about that kind of thing. Oh, you know what? I am going to put the demon back on for a second. Because... Oh, you idiot. Hold on. Thank you. No, I take it back. I'm sticking with the... Alright, these are one of the more irritating enemies in the game. The black... you have to nail them like just at the right time or they're going to dodge through you. You have to hit them like right in the face right as they're forming. You know what? Screw it. I don't care. Oh, man. There we go. Boy. Yeah, pretty annoying. Oops. No, I don't want that. With the old Crusade room, they're a bit easier. But these are among the more frustrating enemies to farm when you try to get items, which of course is super convenient because these things are a lot easier with the echo now. You just smoke all the pollen with the echo. Of course, those little tiger things are the things, or the panthers are the things that drop meal tickets. Which then meal tickets you have to farm as well to actually get some items. There's certain things that you can only get from meal tickets. So that's super convenient. There's like a perfect time to hit these things. And I do not remember what it is. You know what? I'm going to keep the fairy out for the boss too. Here we go. Last of the original core bosses. Get over it. Whoops. Not much to that. And there it is, the heart of Vlad. We got the Simon's Quest achievement. Where is it? Avoids Curse, which is pretty useless because I don't think we're going to run into any more enemies that can curse us for the remainder of the game. But c'est la vie. Okay, so we're ready to go. I mean, we can go end the game right now, but we'll miss a bunch of stuff because there's still a chunk of the castle that we haven't explored yet. There we go. A little chunk, but we gotta go get the optional boss. Oh, there's several optional bosses, but this is the really optional boss because if you don't know what you're doing, he's much harder than the final boss. And we can go polish off the game. Clear out this last little tower here. Grab a few crummy expendables. Waka knife. I've never used one of those before. I think there's something that you throw. There's so much stuff that people spent time programming into this game that I've never used, despite the fact that I've played it like 30 times. Alright, that looks like I missed a spot, but I think yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to say this is a bad port, because it's certainly a pretty solid one, but... Oh, you know what? I take it back. There is an enemy that can curse us right here. Well, not much to that, though. Yeah, it's not a bad port, but it seems to be missing some of the transparencies. There's some little wonkiness with the map occasionally. I think I filled all that in, right? Yeah. So, I don't remember encountering... It was a long time since I played the PSP version, but I don't remember encountering any of that kind of jankiness in the PSP version. Alright, just double checking. So I've filled in everything but the bottom and the very middle of the castle. So we are going to go to the bottom. That's where the optional boss is. I don't have a Crusaegrim, so this is going to be probably kind of a long fight. Alright, the cat has finally settled down. I think we're ready. More of these disgusting plants. I don't know why that guy's aim... Oops. That guy's aim is off, too. Whatever. Let's see these upside-down mushrooms. I mean, the mushrooms are not upside down. They're growing on the ceiling instead of the basement. I think those are pretty useful expendable items too, but again, I don't use them. Well, we'll use some of the potions against the optional boss. Why not? Why not? All right. So here we are in the upside down catacombs with the grimmest of music playing. This place always feels very hostile, which I'm sure is the intent of the design. Isn't there a thing? Yeah, here we go. More useless expendable items. Money that we're not going to use. You can go back to, now that we've done, big chunks of the reverse castle, you can go back to the librarian, and he'll have some extra stuff for sale, but very unnecessary. There's something called the duplicator. Oh, these things. These are among the more irritating enemies in the game. I'm just going to start throwing cats at me. And then she turns into... Oh, wow, okay. Nice, good job. Technically, she is defeated when she turns into the cat, but you can also take her out as a cat. This is... Yeah, she drops a really good helmet. The wizard hat, I think it's called. Salome, which is a biblical reference, but I don't remember Salome in the Bible being a witch. She was a dancer who sort of, well, not inadvertently, but winded up causing the death of John the Baptist. Ooh. Those things are pretty weak. That blue lady that I just took out. They're pretty weak, but you want to take them out quickly. Take that, cat. You want to take them out quickly, though, because they can cast this spell that just kind of fills up the whole room with these icicle blasts. Which, as you might expect, is kind of... Oops. It's pretty inconvenient. Alright, now we're back to the reverse spike room, so we're going to throw our spike breaker armor back on. The boss isn't this way. We're going to go this way, and then we'll turn around and get the boss. The boss is guarding the last relic in the game, which is a completely useless... Well, no, I shouldn't say that. It's not... Ugh, stupid shield. I gotta get her when she gets lower. So these are blood skeletons. They are not red like the other blood skeletons, which they recover. We'll see a few varieties of blood skeletons here. The the yellow, green, and white ones recover quite a bit faster than the red ones. So they're not tougher, because you can't kill blood skeletons regardless, but they recover faster, so they're more irritating. And here's the white ones. Anyway, you just fly over these guys, but these recover almost instantaneously, so you gotta keep moving. I mean, they don't do much damage. They're still just blood skeletons, but it's easy enough to just walk through them. There's some decent... no, it's just an... oh, elixir. That's not bad. The library cards, you can teleport out of here when you're done. Which I'm not going to do, but we can loop back to that in a few moments. Alright, now we can go take the boss. We've wasted this chunk of time. I know I've been setting him up quite a bit, so you're going to be expecting quite the fight. Which it's not going to be, but it's not for lack of trying on his part. There's a way you can kind of cheese it. It is a very tough fight otherwise. The item that she drops is actually that hat that the cat is wearing. Oh, you know what? Is actually the hat that the cat is wearing, which I think is technically the strongest hat in the game, but I tend to stick with the dragon helm, though, because I like the boost in... I'll rather take the boost in attack power than in defense power. I'm a big glass cannon advocate. Ooh, get this thing. I'm going to ignore Salome, because those are irritating to fight, and there's plenty more of them coming anyway, so... We dropped a potion. Where did I get that? No, get the potion. I mean, it's functionally useless at this point in the game. Whoa. Oops. And these are the old school blood skeletons. They'll stay down for a little while at least. I'm trying to remember. I think those came from originally Super Castlevania 4. And these things actually drop the, is it the jewel necklace or the, no, these things, oh boy. The jade necklace, I think. It is always creepy seeing the upside down green lava. Jump down and get some more freebies. Yeah, those frozen halves drop the necklace of jade, or the jade necklace, which is the other item. Oh, it's one of these things. Necklace of J, which was the other thing that Alucard had equipped at the beginning of the game. But it's, by this point, I found much better items. I did debate going back and grinding for some of the wilder gear just so I could show it off, but I think this Let's Play has lasted long enough. I think we're ready to be done to move on to something else. Most useless room in the game, $1. Diamond that we could sell off for decent money. Most of the rings are just, other than the gold and silver ring, which you need to open the central area, most of the rings are just stuff that you sell to the librarian. Alright, here we go. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to equip, or is it the barrel circlet, restores hit points by lightning damage. Actually, I'm going to equip one of my potions for a minute too, so I can show that off a little bit. Where's the strength potion? Looks like a little pill. The stat attack, sure, that's fine. Boost my attack a little bit. Offense. I hope that set offense up. And then we'll put my weapon back on so I can actually deal some damage. There's ways you can sort this stuff, but who cares? And there he is, Galimoth. Whoa, that was no. Why am I doing, like, no damage to him? Wow. Whoa. Okay. Those hurt. Alright. See, normally this would be extremely problematic. Wow. I feel like I should be doing more damage to him. But now, thankfully, that will, my offense is boosted and everything, so, whoa. Yeah, he does a lot of damage with most of his attacks. But if you've got that lightning thing, yeah, the demon's dealing more than me. For some reason, is he strong against the sword? Why is... Did I get poisoned at some point? No, status looks good. No, we'll use Graham for a little while. It's a little bit slower than... No, we won't. Wow, he's... way... That's weird. I should be dealing quite a bit more damage to him than this, because this fight's going to take friggin' forever. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, why is the Alucard sword dealing so little? Maybe we can poison him with the Terminus Est. Is it the Moonstone? Alright, well, the Moonstone wasn't helping us, so... maybe that was part of it? Weird. You know, whatever. Alright, there we go. I mean, that's still low, but... it must have been something with the Moonstone. Bizarre. Learn something new every time you play this game. Here's another one of those attack potions. Excellent. He's going to just keep casting that. Alright, this should go relatively quickly. So a little bit of background with this guy, other than just being large and terrifying. He's actually a reference to the Game Boy and Famicom game, get out of here, Kid Dracula, as the villain in that game was Galimoth. So I think this is sort of supposed to be like a little jokey reference to that Alucard was the protagonist of that, which I guess is not technically canon that it was Alucard, but it makes more sense than it was actually Dracula. But as you're seeing, I'm really pouring it on with this guy, and he's still standing. With the Crusaegrim, this goes faster, since that's basically like a rapid... Oh, and there goes my offense potion, which I'm out of now, so... I'll have to make do on our own. Yeah, without that barrel circlet, though, so you're taking full damage from all these lightning attacks, this lasts a very, very long time, and it's pretty tough. I guess we could put on the... hold on. I don't need the Arcana ring right now, either. Speed things up a little bit. Use their elemental attacks, demon. Those were actually dealing some damage. Yeah, so the Moonstone and the Sunstone, just a little bit of a reference. Technically it is the morning, so you would think I would want to have the Sunstone equipped, but I don't know what clock it's using, because it hasn't always seemed to function that way. I don't know if it's the in-game clock, so it's supposed to be daylight in the world of Symphony of the Night right now, because I usually record these episodes. Okay. The trophy has finished what Kid Dracula started. He does die pretty cool. And get our hit point boost. Put the my gear back the way it was. So maybe it is saying that Kid Dracula is a different character. Yeah, the Moonstone's supposed to boost your stats at night, and the Sunstone's supposed to boost your stats during the day. I almost always have been recording during the day, though, and the Sunstone has not done much of anything. Ruby Circlet, and the Gas Cloud. So I guess I got another achievement for getting all the relics. Okay, so that's everything. We're basically just heading back to actually fight the last boss now. So I'm going to cut out here for a little bit so that you don't have to watch me slog all the way back to the beginning. So I will rejoin momentarily. Okay, we're going to jump back in now because we're back in Upside Down Orlox's room. And we're gonna reconnect back to the marble corridor. Oh, you know what? There is a bunch of stuff I missed there, though. So we got a couple more things to do before we wrap up the game. And we gotta get this guy so he doesn't tear me in half. And he's not. Oh, come on, just die. Ah. There we go. He does drop a pretty good relic occasionally. And there is a secret passage here that I want to open up. A few little things left to do. But we're on our way, essentially, to deal with the last boss. Maybe I'll do a follow-up episode in a couple of months or something where I go back and dig up all the cool items and things that we missed. A Sword of Hador. That's a pretty good sword if we didn't already have the Alucard sword. I'm not going to go fight that idiot again. Oh, yeah, we got to loop back through that hole. Blah. Okay, a little bit left to go. I want to make sure we fill in all of our maps so we get that sweet, sweet good ending. It is going to open up the passage to the last boss, though, as soon as we pop into that room, since we've got all the relics, but that's fine. There it goes. I'll let you just soak this up for a minute. So, that's the way to the last boss, but we are going to go grab all of our freebies first. And I do need to give up my axe momentarily, because I need this thing. Bunch of free items around here. Just checking. Yeah, having that room right here is super convenient. I don't know if they're doing that just so that everybody's got everything they need for the last boss, but it does make opening up the secret passage here. Oh no. It does make opening up this secret passage very convenient. Not that we need any of this stuff, but whatever. Gotta fill in that map. I'm glad I always, a lot of these games, like, you know, Metroid, the thing with Metroid was always, you gotta finish in, was it under an hour or something to get the the good ending, even though it's just you get to see Samus in a bikini or something like that. But I'm glad that they focus on completing the map here and not time, just because I'm an adult and I have things that I need to do occasionally. I have to move away from my controller periodically. Alright, let's go to the... Whoops. Let's go to the right first and then to the left. Okay, here are the single most difficult enemies in the game. Yeah. I'm going to kill... well, I'm going to attempt to kill one of them. They're worth a ton of experience if you can get them down. Even at this point in the game, though, I mean, that guy was dealing almost 70 damage to me per pop. With the Crusaegrim, you can spend, maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean, each one of these guys is probably going to be worth a level in and of himself. These things are a joke. That's actually their worst move, because the motion for that kind of has a broader reach than you would think. Stop. Okay. Goodbye. These guys are a great source of experience, though, especially if you've got the Crusaegrim and you can deal a lot of damage quickly. Putting those guys down is a great way to level up before you go fight the last boss. They also drop some really good... that's a Gorgon, which... stop! Which drops a bunch of... which can turn you to stone. They've got like a stone breath attack. I did finally remember how to do that attack. Alright, let's finish off this pathway first. We get a loop back. Remember that shortcut that I opened way back in the beginning of the game? Well, it exists on this side too. I mean, it's not a shortcut anymore because there's nothing to open. But we'll do that in a moment. A whole room here that I missed. Those stupid invisible butterflies of doom. Back into the alchemy lab for a second just to fill in the map. Ugh. I killed one of those with the echo. That guy dropped a lot of money. Just want to make sure we don't miss any rooms or anything. So that would be annoying after all this work to wind up not getting the best ending. So that's all connected. One more little thing to do, and then we can make a wild, unrestrained rush at Dracula. Spoilers, the last boss in Castlevania is Dracula. I know. Ugh. Well, the reason that it's like smoke coming off of me when I hit them, they are decidedly dark elemental. Oops, that. The cross probably is the ideal weapon to fight Dracula with, since I can just keep rapid firing that. Maybe well, we'll see. Maybe I'll grab the cross before I go for the final boss. These are super annoying. Alright, go up here. Hit the save point. Health is in pretty good shape. Yeah, don't want to get hit with that. That was sturdier than I would have thought. We actually did, thinking back on it, there were a few items that I didn't get in the first castle. There was stuff in this particular hallway where the first time that or stairway, the first time that I went through it, I was not capable of, very professional and muted my phone. I wasn't capable of jumping up and getting them, and then, frankly, by the time I went back, it was not worth it. They're just little expendable items, so... And yeah, that's all they are in here either. There's nothing really worth grabbing. We're literally just doing this to fill in the map. I probably could have done this off camera, but I would have felt a little bit bad with you all. I lied to you about there not being any blue Medusas in the upside down castle. There's clearly a bunch of them. I want you all to really get the full effect of the game. Ooh, little trap there. It's a good spot to level up early on in the reverse castle if you feel so inclined, since those are worth a lot of experience comparatively. Not a whole lot to say about this spot, for obvious reasons, I would think. I'll cut out the backtracking, so you're not forced to watch me just languidly meander back the way that I came. Oops, don't want that either. And there we are. Alright, this is boring, so I'll rejoin you momentarily. Alright. I hope you don't mind. I did violate my own rule, and I filled in that last little chunk of the hallway without you. It was very boring. There wasn't anything interesting to see. I gained a bunch of levels, though, from killing those guardians a few times. So we're in pretty good shape now. Alright, it's time to finish off the game. We are going to do a little bit of awkward filling in the map even here, too, so I apologize preemptively, but even this area counts as completed map, so we got to do both sides. Yeah, this creepy thing. Make sure we get all of this. I do like this music, though, as much as some of the other, like, intense music is kind of oppressive. This stuff's pretty cool. Alright, let's get this party started.
All hail the son of our master, stronger than the mightiest hunter.
So you were the one controlling Belmont.
Yes, the dark priest called Shaft, come to cleanse the world in the forge of chaos.
You made Belmont Lord of the Castle. Why?
Because we tire of these hunters and their holy power. If they would but turn on one another.
Then the strongest one among them would eliminate the rest. Belmont.
Pretty good plan.
So I converted him, brought him here to lure the rest, to force them all to fight and die.
But you never planned for me, and now you failed.
Ha! Your human soul as frail as his was. You'll take his place. I'll tear that soul apart.
Alright, first we gotta deal with this clown. This is not usually a very difficult fight. Whoa, hey. Yeah. the Crusade room, this is usually over in seconds.
No!
Your beloved darkness awaits you. Dwell there for all eternity.
I die victorious. Count Dracula rises even now. Let him purge the world in flames.
Aren't you already a ghost? Who had been killed twice? Oh well. No sense in splitting hairs about things like that. Final showdown time.
Father,
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
not nearly long enough. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
Do you still side with humanity? Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
You think I would forget such a... No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Enough of your nonsense. Away with your humanity. Stand with me as Prince of all the world.
You will never touch this world again. In Mother's name, I swear it.
Tremble before my true form.
It's pretty intense. Oh, actually, hold on. From Axe Knight to Zombie. I wonder what that is. Maybe just getting to the last boss. Alright, make sure we've got... We're doing maximum damage here. Oops. Yeah, it's a little tricky to avoid these attacks. Uh-oh. This is not a fun one. Alright. He's gonna start shooting at us from a distance. I mean, this isn't a particularly hard fight either way. Just gotta keep pouring on those attacks. Yeah, that's annoying. Oops. They get kind of a weird, like, there we go,
Go back
okay.
to the abyss. Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
How could I have lost?
You lost your heart, your soul. You'll never win without them.
Also the power of friendship.
How poetic. So, I tragically sacrificed all I held dear in a search for power, did I?
Did you not?
Tell me,
They cut out his Bible quote, too.
what were Lisa's last words?
She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot. She also said that she would love you for eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
Well, that was it. As far as Dracula fights go, this one's pretty middle of the road. It's not particularly tough. If you're not ready for it, you can take quite a beating, but you know, it's not a candle to like the fight at the end of Dracula X. The Super NES Dracula, Castlevania X, Dracula X, whatever the hell that game's name is. Oh, there goes the castle. They conveniently ignore that upside down castle, but that's fine. Yeah, they cut out. He had a Bible quote in the original version, which I kind of liked because it sort of had this weird, like, you wouldn't think Dracula would be quoting the Bible, since he's vulnerable to holy powers, but kind of depicted him more as a worldly scholar, which the Netflix series kind of leans into a little bit.
So you made it.
Yay,
Alucard,
our
you're
buddies.
all right.
So, you had to fight your own father? It's my fault. If I hadn't been so weak, we wouldn't be here.
Not so. I had my own reasons to face him.
Still, it couldn't have been easy.
It wasn't. But remember, The only thing necessary for evil to triumph
is for good men to do nothing.
So what now, Alucard?
The blood in my veins is cursed. It's best for the world if I disappear, now and forever.
I see.
Farewell, then. We'll not meet again.
Alucard.
Well, are you going after him or not?
I'm sorry. I have to follow him. I can't just...
It's all right. Hurry up and catch him. If anyone can save him, you can.
Thank you, Richter, for everything.
Thank you, Maria.
There we go. That's the good ending. If you don't fill in all the map, Maria just lets Alucard leave and is like, oh well, what can you do? So she follows him. Spoilers, when Alucard appears again several hundred years later in Aria of Sorrow, Maria's not with him. Time works a certain way for people. So there we go. That's the end of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You've seen the whole game. You've heard my blabbery commentary the whole way through. Hopefully you've had a nice time. You've enjoyed yourself. You've gotten to just chill out and watch me explore one of my favorite games. It's a good time. So, since we're not getting to listen to the glorious I Am the Wind ending theme, which they must have cut out for copyright reasons, we'll wrap it up here. So thank you for joining me. As I said, I hope you had a good time, and I will see you soon in the other Team Brothership episodes. Later.